Okay, so here we go again, and this in Linux out of the box we're doing CachyOS. Now, Cachy's become sort of the belle of the ball, along with Bazzite, for gamers on Linux at the moment, because it's sort of heavily optimized. It's really quick, and you know they've got some great wiki stuff for gamers and setting up games machines and things like that. So yeah, so again, I've flashed up the thing. It's on the standard computer we do this on, but I mean the thing that the takeaway here is, if you're a Windows user or you're a Mac user and you're moving over, how easy is this, and how easy is it to sort of set it up? So yeah, so okay, so in we go, Ventoy, and I'm going to go for CachyOS 20.05.30. So that might be a little bit old, that installer actually, but everything gets pulled down from the web when it does its installation. So bear with me and we'll get that going. So here we go. So let's hit that and get installing. Yeah, I had a second choice also. So a quick hesitation there. So yeah, okay, so select CachyOS. Now obviously this machine is quite new, so you know, and Cachy is what's called a rolling release, so they update it all the time. As I said before, some of the Linux distributions have you know, they release at certain times of the year and they like stay as they are with patches, but they just stay. No new features, they stay as they are. But Cachy is rolling, so they basically update everything on the fly. So I've got high hopes of the graphics card working, and we've had a few problems with that not working. But yeah, and you'll see Cachy a lot now. People talk about it as, you know, being gamers and stuff like that. It's it's an Arch-based operating system, and SteamOS itself is Arch-based. So obviously, you know, it's a very fast operating system, but they've tweaked Cachy. Well, that's quick, and we're in. Okay, so we've got an installer, launch installer. I'm using an older ISO, yeah, but I'm going to go with this for now. I don't have to re-download it. And then Grub, it's a bootloader. I might throw Windows people this. They have decisions, so just go with the first thing. And then we're into a standard installer here. Next, and then default, and then erase drive, because I'm going to do it on a clean drive. Shows you what it's going to do. Just check default. And then you can choose your desktop, which is cool. So we're going to use Plasma. There's lots of them. So Cachy passages Plasma, jump through that. I'm going to call it Q. And this one's the one that's funny. I think it forces you to use a proper password. So yeah, it does. It's quite secure. So it makes me use a proper password. Yeah, or something reasonable, not a proper password, but you can't use the one word stuff that, you know, I do on the other machines. So that's it. So off it goes. Install now. And then, yeah, so it does this. It picks up my boot drive, my USB key, for some bizarre reason, on each Arch installation. So what it does now, it checks up in the cloud for the fastest, nearest server that it can pull down its sort of updates from. So it's like ranking mirrors. So you're initiating Pac-Man ranking mirrors. So basically it's picking the quickest thing to me. Now you could do this in some other Linux distros. That it's like you can check, I think Linux Mint has a thing, a couple of them do, you can click it and it basically pulls the distribution packages from the closest server to you, so it makes it really quick, which is really cool. So you're going to let it do this. CachyOS downloading. Pack, strip, Python. Yeah, so I'll have a look at this. If this takes a while, I may speed it up. Hang on. Let me just see if this takes a while. Tell you what I'll do, I'm going to speed this up a bit. Okay, so I just jumped on the timeline and quickly sped this up 1,000 times. So it's 500, whatever it is, 250 frames per second. Don't have to sit through a massive downloading. And here we go. A few packages to install. Yeah, I mean, if I'd have got the fresh ISO, probably there wouldn't have been as much for it to pull down. Anyway, it's bang into it now. There we go, and all done. So that'll be restart it, finish, done, reboot. Okay, so we're off back into a reboot. Now, obviously, what we're looking for here, I want to do an Office package. I want to do OBS. And I want to do Steam. I want to try my DaVinci Resolve installer to see if I can get it working. So far, because I've got an AMD card, no installation has done it, has worked by default. Okay, so it installs, it's great on some of them, but you cannot use it because of it's got AMD. So I would have to do some bizarre configuration with the drivers. Anyway, okay, we're back into this now. What do we got? What do we got? We got that sheet. Let's have a look around our software. What happens there? Utilities, multimedia, so internet, graphics. So it's quite Spartan installation, which is good. You don't want to be loaded down with stuff you don't need. So how do we get some software on here? Apps and tweaks, install apps. Here we go. What have we got there then? Let's have a look at that. Or maybe not. Okay, there we go. Tweaks. That's a bit. That was it. Install gaming packages. Oh, I might come back to that later. Yeah. Okay. Install Snapper. Don't know what that is. So it's a little bit, it's a bit hard. There you go. Software. Oh, what's that? That's not a bit misleading. There's like a ton of stuff. That's not where I want to be. I mean, all I want to do now, very simple way. And I think Manjaro was really good. Okay. We've got some kind of installer. There it is. And there's Office. Fresh and still. Don't know. Stable version and the latest. What should I put on there? Let's do the stable version. Anything else? Got OBS in here? No OBS. Okay. I feel a bit of Googling coming on to find out how to install OBS. Okay. Graphics creating, Blender. I mean, I have noticed Manjaro is okay, but I just did another OS earlier on called Endeavour. It's really let down by this. If they could put a proper installer on these, like Cachy had it, there we are, it's got it. Oh, well done. But if it had a nicer installer, I think it'd be a lot more friendly for me. That sounds such a stupid thing to say, but literally, it's this bit that would confuse people. I mean, okay, what have we got then? Password. Yeah. It usually boils down to respect for privacy. With great power comes great responsibility. Oh, I typed the wrong password in. It's QWERTY, isn't it? So, well, it is on this one. I use QWERTY. So installation, okay. And that's banging down all the stuff. I can't remember which one it's done. I've probably OBS and LibreOffice. So it's doing both of them. Okay, all in there. Press enter to exit. Okay, so they've gone in. That's great. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a thing. Where's that thing? Office. Office is there. Brilliant. Office, boost that up. Yep, great. I can write letters if I needed to. Graphics, LibreDraw, education. No, nothing new in there. And the multimedia system. Oh, this is what I want. I want this catchy hello thing because I saw one. I want to install the games package. Installing games package. There it is. Because I think that will bring everything down for me. Steam and everything like that. And I won't need to worry about it. What's that mean? I don't know. Just do defaults. Do defaults. Do default. Yes. So that's going to install. Hopefully that's going to bring Steam in. Yeah, it looks doing Proton. Is that in there? Python, Zenti, Lutris. Yeah, so this is actually installing a lot more. This is installing, I've just seen Heroic on there. This is installing literally all the gaming things you need. Wine. That's pretty cool. So it's basically doing a 4 games package install for you. That's really cool. Let's get down that. Oh, that's big. Wine 10 Proton Cachy. They've got their own version of Proton that they tweak, which is cool. So you can use that instead of the Steam's default Proton or the Proton GE it's called. And these are the application layers that allow Windows games to run on basically on Linux. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my DaVinci Resolve installer stuff on the hard drive so we can jump on that as well. So let's put that in downloads, those two, copy. And then I need that bit of media. Once that's copied over, that bit of video assist media, I'm going to stick in the videos folder because that's where DaVinci Resolve by default looks. I mean, you can change it, but it's just easier. So copy that there. And I think it's finished in the background. And close that down. To exit. System update. That's system update then, that's where you do it from. No, I put the wrong password in again. Just see if there's anything to full system update, nothing to do, yeah. So it downloaded everything from the cloud during the install. Close that. Let's do a restart, I think. Restart, yeah. And now we can play with some stuff. Now we've installed everything. I mean, LibreOffice isn't stressful, but things like OBS and all that, I think you should do a restart. And obviously Steam as well. So let's wait for that to come back up. Here we go. CachyOS. Boom, boom. And it should log straight in because I've switched off logging in. Nice logo. Like that. That's a quick boot up. That's a quick, isn't it? That's a quick boot up. Okay, and then let's give it that. So what are we going to try first? Let's try OBS. So standard thing with this, normally it comes with like the software encoder, and obviously this is an AMD card, so you get nothing extra. Some of them put in this VAAPI, which is a sort of version of the hardware encoder, and some of them put extra plugins in. So we just see what this is coming as with default from with Cachy. I'm sure this will just be a standard install, nothing extra. Let's have a look. Settings. Open, and it's got, yeah, software X, nothing extra. So going into advanced, then I'll tell you the encoders it's got built in. So drop down, yeah, so it's just the FFmpeg. I mean, as I said, this card does AV1 and HVEC. Let's just do video capture. That's wrong. I've clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, I've clicked the wrong thing there. That's not what I want to do. Get rid of that. I want to do screen capture. Okay, let's add that on. It's up there, further up there. Okay, and there's my Blackmagic. It can do it. Okay, so let's try Steam. Now, there's two versions here, native and the other one. Let's just do native. This is great. A lot of the Linux distributions do this weird silent installation where you don't see this, so you don't know what's going on. So you think you click the button and nothing's happened. But this is great. Okay, this is showing you it's downloading something, hence there's this gigantic silence and nothing's happening. So yeah, good job, we've got a really speedy internet. So what I hope is, I mean, obviously I've installed that, and all the clever people who develop Cachy have like configured this. There's more you can do on Cachy. I know there's tons of comments about it and using it, and it seems like a really quite a cool thing. I don't, you know, I think with a little bit more tweaking, this could be really acceptable as an instant operating system, just for the general user. I mean, Manjaro, which is a similar Arch thing, is actually much more usable. Okay, unpack the runtime. And they're based on the same thing. I think Manjaro is more, you know, specifically for an office use, but it's the same back end, isn't it? It's both of its Arch. So it's really cool that if they just tweaked this a little bit and made it a little bit more accessible for application installation, you'd be quids in. But I know that at the beginning of this, they're trying to throw everything at you to help you. But obviously, if you're new to this, new to Linux, I mean, most people say don't use Arch, but basically, you know, you want to be spoon-fed, sadly. Okay, let's do Dredge. Okay, downloads. So there you go. So it's a downloaded Proton. I'm not going to use Cachy's Proton. And let's see what else we've got. Let's have a look around. System, Cachy installer, fish, console. So that's cool. So console is its terminal system. It's giving you a really good, you know, idea of what the machine's got on it. It's nice. And now we're going to sort of do the Resolve installation and see how we can get on with that. So I need to go to downloads. I need to put chmod in. So this is chmod space plus x. Drag the file in. I've spelled that wrong. I can see it from here. Okay, run. That's not going to work. Nope. So if I work out how to type it in properly, plus X, there you go. That's quite cool because it's actually flashed up that I've done it right. It told me it was red the last time. That's clever. Okay, now it's active. Now I can run it. And this should do, there should be a load of alerts about updates and stuff like this, but you just click and ignore them because it checks the system to see what it needs, anything extra. So you'll get loads of alerts ping off in the corner. But I have noticed with this, the Arch ones do take quite a lot of time to do the update. And I don't know what they're doing and why it's a lot slower than Ubuntu and stuff like that. So just bear with me. So this is a bit long, so I've sped it up by 2,000 times. So if the screen's flickering, it's me getting bored as I was waiting. So it should go boom. No? There we go. So now it's inflating the DaVinci Resolve installer, the zip file. And now it's now we just do agree to the terms and conditions, all this sort of business. And off it goes. So normally what happens on every Linux distro before, it just doesn't work. It sort of boots and it can't detect the graphics card, or it boots and you can open it. You see the media doesn't work. And then when you save it and then open it again, it crashes. So there's some extra diagnostic thing. I'm going to skip that. And so you can see I've got my DaVinci Resolve icon on the desktop. But you have a look through that. I mean, I built in loads of extra bits in this script. You can find it on my channel in certain places. If you look for the DaVinci Resolve Universal Installer, have a play with it. You know, see if it helps you. If you've got an NVIDIA card, this would go straight in and works probably first time. So I'm going to do a restart. Yes, that's nice. So we do a quick restart now. I've done that just to give it every hope in hell that it's actually going to work. And then we'll test the game and see if the games work. So here we go, another reboot. And here we are, we're back in again. Let's try Steam first of all. Fire that back up. And Dredge is already loaded. Home. And there it is. Now it's to the right hand side because it's installed these runtimes. Let's get play. And this should launch straight away, hopefully. Yeah, okay. And that's because I binned out on one of the game sessions. And we should be good to go. There we are. Okay, yeah, we're in. Perfect. So, Cachy's pretty good with the games. I mean, I know this isn't a stressful game. This is like quite a basic game. But, yeah, and click continue. And then, okay, yeah, so let's play it. And it works perfectly. And there we go, just around the camera. Brilliant. Problem with this is every demonstration I've done, I quit. Every demo I've done of this, I've started in the same place because I just, you know, I'm just doing it in this. And all my save games myself. So Steam's cool. That works perfectly. Let's try Resolve. Let's see what happens now. Now, this is the free version, by the way. So, okay, continue. Skip to start now. Up it goes. All right, we're in. But this is where things go wrong. If you save it or import media, you won't see anything. You know, and then you save it and it crashes. It's just OpenCL issues. Change frame rate, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't look great. Save project. This is the test. I'm going to save the project. I'm going to cut. Hang on a minute. That popped in there. Okay, that thing popped in the bottom corner. And let's just, so it's not crashing. Oh my God. All right, that's bizarre. That's actually worked. That's the first time it's done it on any Linux distribution. Now, let's just test this. So that's ProRes. So it's decoding ProRes properly. Let's have a look. About preferences. All right. Let's graphics card. Oh my God, that's actually working off the iGPU as opposed to the 9060. I've never seen this before do this. So let's see what happens if we select the other one. We'll have to come out and reboot. But I bet it doesn't work. That was nuts. I've never seen it do that before. Getting the DaVinci Resolve to work on an iGPU is hard in the first place. So Cachy just like wins hands down now on the fact that I've made the iGPU is now working. That's crazy. So this won't work. So you won't say that, yes, right, okay, so that's on the 9060, so it's not working with that. Let's just switch back. Oh no, it's come in. That just appeared. Let's try both graphics cards. Yeah, I bet you that. Yeah, no, that's the free version. I may have to investigate this further. When I was doing this, I didn't notice that it actually popped back in and I'm on the 9060 XT. So that's on the 9060. So that may work on the 9060 as well. So timeline. So I haven't rebooted. So that should still be on the 9060. That's bizarre. Okay, let's give it a go. That might be like a total win, but there'll be no encoders working. QuickTime, MPEG, no MP4. So if you want to edit in ProRes, you're good to go. Good to go. And what else? We've got ProRes is fine. Anything else in there? No, but I'm impressed. That's picked up both the GPUs and it looks like it's working with the 9060 as well. Okay, that's a real breakthrough. That's the first distribution that's done that. So that's one. Let's just do something. Let's put a blur on this. That's really weird. I'm on a PC keyboard, so I can't remember the control. It's like Alt-S or something to give me another window, to give me another node. Alt-S. Yeah, I'm just looking for it now. It's Command-S, Alt-S, and then we just put a blur on it. Look at something like that. Effects. Gaussian blur, and then we just export that at ProRes again. Just see it go out. Let's do it into that. There we go. Add to render queue and render. I'm going to have to investigate this because when I was going through this, I totally missed the fact that I haven't changed GPUs. So that's actually working, I believe, on the 9060, which is ridiculous. With the problems you have with getting AMD to do anything with DaVinci Resolve is mind-boggling. So I don't know what Cachy's installing. That's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to forgive the ropey software installer thing, but that's excellent. Okay, that's a really, really good OS, and it's got Heroic on it, and Lutris is already built in. And it's really snappy. All right, I mean, so that's actually, yeah. So there's a few bits of that which is sort of make it a little bit alien to a Windows user or Mac user, but from a Linux point of view, that's really cool. And none of them can do that. None of them can do DaVinci Resolve from scratch with an AMD card. Anyway, maybe install this, and thanks for watching.